Hello everyone, friends. Today we are here in Kyoto to enjoy the cherry blossoms. Compared to other cherry blossom viewing cities, whether it's temples and shrines, or ancient streets and relics, Kyoto's classical charm gives cherry blossoms even more cultural significance. Most people in Kyoto go to view cherry blossoms in the central and eastern parts of the city. Some viewing spots are also in Arashiyama and Tetsugaka no Michi Temple, far from the city center. Some cherry blossom viewing areas, like the incline railway and the Philosopher's Path, are very close by and can be explored on foot. The incline railway. This gently sloping railway was once used to aid water transportation, but it no longer operates today. On regular days, the abandoned railway seems desolate, and therefore, few tourists are seen. But every time spring breeze arrives, hundreds of cherry trees along the path bloom quietly, making the old, weathered railway feel romantic and dreamy. Just like a scene from a manga, it has become a popular cherry blossom viewing spot. The railway is less than 600 meters, but cherry blossom admirers can walk for 1 or 2 hours. Since no trains pass, people can safely walk along the tracks and sit on the ties, posing in various ways with the cherry blossoms. Additionally, the cherry trees planted along the railway are in lower areas, so while walking along the railway, you hardly see any tree trunks in your view, feeling as if you're surrounded by pink blossoms. Standing at the end of the railway bridge, you can also overlook the railway and tourists shaded by layers of flowers. The Philosopher's Path. The Philosopher's Path is a stone-paved walkway along the Shira River, a water channel, due to Kyoto University philosophy professor Kitaro Nishida, who often walked and meditated here, it got its name. This roughly 2-kilometer path is usually quiet, but becomes lively during cherry blossom season. Cherry blossoms along the water scatter into the channel, covering the river surface. Looking from a distance, it looks like a pink ribbon, which is very beautiful. The area around the Philosopher's Path is also worth exploring, such as temples. Along the Philosopher's Path, there are many cafes, boutiques and traditional restaurants, many of which are popular spots. Baguri Riverbank. Begu Riverbank, located in Den River Park, is well known among the locals. But the people of Kyoto really love this flower viewing spot. During the blooming season, over 250 cherry trees are lined up along the riverbank on a gentle slope, stretching 1.4 kilometers, like a pink corridor. It is quite spectacular. The cherry trees along the walking path are so tall and flourishing that they form a cherry blossom tunnel. Strolling through it is beautifully romantic. The soft grassy slope along the riverbank. People gather in small groups, spreading picnic blankets under the cherry trees. Some even set up tents for picnics or games, enjoying the leisure of springtime. Piano Sluice. The sluice is an artificial water conservancy project, similar to domestic drinking water systems. During the construction of water channels, cherry trees were planted to beautify the environment, creating many scenic spots. Beside the water channels, Piano Waterway was built to connect the Yamasina River and the Yada Canal. At the Piano, the sluice and the Enshu Railway have lost their function. But during cherry blossom season, the Yamasina Sluice and Enshu Sluice have become popular viewing spots. Compared to the Enshu Railway, there are fewer visitors to the Piano Waterway from the side gate of Heian Shrine. After passing a parking lot, you reach the bank of the Piano Waterway. You see cherry blossoms in full bloom on both banks, hanging down to the river surface. Pedestrians along the street are relaxed. The street is tranquil like a remote mountain village. Vehicles pass quietly through the streets. It's peaceful, like a distant little mountain village. Walking along the riverbank, the further you go up, the fewer the visitors. It becomes quieter, even during midday. It feels as if people haven't left their homes yet. The beautiful visit to Heian Shrine. There is a passage called Shingondo. Walking straight from Sanjo Street, crossing the Kiryu Bridge over the Biwako Canal, passing through the large torii, one arrives at Heian Shrine. Standing on the Kiryu Bridge, across Japan's largest torii gate, one can see the Otoman Gate of Heian Shrine, the grand hall in the central courtyard. Cherry blossoms bloom in front of the side hall. Petals fall in the rain. On a small shrine under the cherry trees, Japanese visitors hang their wishes, hoping for blessings. Similar to Chinese temples, they write wishes and family names, and attach what they cannot achieve to the trees, praying for divine protection. Inside the shrine, for 100 yen, you can draw a fortune slip. If you draw a great fortune, you must return next year to fulfill your vow. The spacious courtyard is centered around a pond, combining styles from different eras, with stone bridges and flowing water. Gravel paths, romantic cherry blossoms, traditional pavilions, all exude a harmonious natural beauty. Kayamizadera has a waterfall, flowing clear as the rain complements it. Water flows clearly, feeling timeless. Its clear spring divides into 3 parts. Each part is said to have magical powers, representing longevity, wisdom and health. Visitors must drink it if they pass by, to receive blessings. This spring is ranked as Japan's #1 famous spring. The name Kayamizadera comes from this. Kayamizadera. Its main hall enshrines an 11-faced thousand-armed cannon statue. It is open to the public only during Japan's Qingming festival. Locals come to pray, and tourists also visit. Daidokuji is a relatively unknown temple in Kyoto. Yet, when it comes to cherry blossom viewing, it cannot be overlooked. As a designated cherry blossom site, Daidokuji holds an event on the second Sunday of April. A cultural parade called the Taiga Flower Procession, honoring and showcasing traditional culture, with ceremonial performances. From 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Recreating the grandeur of Hideyoshi's cherry blossom viewing. Reenacting the grand spectacle of the cherry blossom viewing parade of yesteryear. When it comes to cherry blossom viewing, Taiko Temple is almost flawless. The number of cherry blossoms here is large, with a wide variety and long tree age. The weeping cherry is the most famous variety. As the name suggests, the branches of this cherry tree hang down like soft willows, draping gracefully from top to bottom. Visitors can interact with the cherry blossoms up close. In contrast to the breathtaking cherry blossom scenery, because of its location away from the city center, there are few tourists here. The area is tranquil. Kyoto Botanical Garden. Kyoto Botanical Garden is Japan's first public botanical garden. It opened in 1924. After the war, it was taken over by the Allied forces. Most of the trees were cut down. As a result, it remained closed for a period. It reopened in 1961 and has been open since then. The 24-hectare garden is home to 120,000 plants. The southern part is centered on flower beds of annual plants, where you can enjoy flowers throughout the seasons, and the rose garden in a Western-style setting. There is also the Konren greenhouse, which opened in 1992, where you can view tropical plants from around the world. Its scale and plant variety are the largest in Japan. On the other hand, the northern part is a semi-natural forest with an ecological area, planting wild plants from across Japan. Surrounding the area are plum trees, thin bamboo, and more, reflecting the natural forests of Japan. Yasugawa Park. Yasugawa Park is a scenic spot in Kyoto, Japan, also representing Kyoto's 31-kilometer-long Class 1 river. The water of this river is extremely clear, flowing through central Kyoto. Since ancient times, residents have lived along its banks, especially along the west and south banks. Today, this river has become a beautiful spot in Kyoto. Kyoto locals stroll along the riverbanks, walking their dogs and picnicking. Joggers and tourists come to visit, enjoying the flight of kingfishers over the water. They admire the stunning cherry blossoms along the banks. and gaze at the distant mountains. It is said that Yasugawa River has thousands of bridges, with simple yet elegant designs. Couples love to stroll across the bridges, or linger along the banks. The riverside is a haven for affectionate lovers, or pause on the banks. Thus, affectionate couples have also become a part of Kyoto's scenery. The stone-paved riverbank adds a touch of romance. Although Arashiyama is not in the city center, every cherry blossom season, the Arashiyama area attracts many visitors. In addition to visiting the beautiful Togetsukyo Bridge and the meticulously landscaped gardens of Tenryuji Temple, taking the 25-minute Arashiyama Scenic Railway to enjoy the cherry blossoms from retro train windows is also an unmissable experience. To reach Arashiyama from the city center, you can choose either rail or bus. Among them, the tram line is the most recommended way. Not only because it is Kyoto's oldest continuously running streetcar, but also because between Tozai Station and Yamashina Station, there is a 200-meter cherry blossom tunnel. The blossoms are so dense that they block out the sky. Whether riding through a canopy of cherry blossoms or stepping off the tram to see the colorful train passing through the blooms, it is a moment that leaves a lasting impression.